I don't think that saying Half-Life Alyx is one of the best VR games is a controversial statement. After 4 years of constant custom content, both on the Steam Workshop and YouTube, I'd say it's fair to say the game has stood the test of time. One form of custom content is challenge videos. Many have been released on the game in the last 4 years. Can you beat Half-Life Alyx without hurting a head crab? And can you beat Half-Life Alyx with a bow being the most popular? But there's another challenge missing from this roster. One popular in most other games, but not attempted in Alyx. Until today. You've read the title, you know what I'm doing. Can you beat Half-Life Alyx without taking damage? For this challenge, I've made a mod. With the help of Ritsuka and Furry2, an amazing name by the way, from the Source 2 modding Discord. This mod loads on any level transition and kills me if I ever take damage. I know, this means I've lied. It's actually can you beat Half-Life Alyx with only 1 HP or whatever, but shut up! I'm making the video, I make the rules. What are the rules though? 1. No saving mid-combat. If I'm at a point where no more enemies will spawn, unless I continue onwards, I can save. 2. I'm playing on hard. Not sure what this actually changes, but I am. Before we begin, here are some predictions I have. Zombies and headcrabs will be mostly the same. The Combine will fuck me up. They are alien commandos. Of course they have automatic weapons. They will mess up my day. Foreshadowing is a narrative device. Also, because I'm a fucking idiot, sometimes you'll see this or this on screen. I was capturing the screen and not Steam VR or Half-Life Alyx itself, so sometimes these show up. Shit happens. Anyway, preamble out of the way, let the pain begin. You cannot beat Half-Life Alyx without taking damage. Thanks, Russell. Yeah, that's us taking damage. Wait, did we die? Okay, clearly this is a problem. There are 2 sections in the game where damage is physically unavoidable. The van and the start of the quarantine zone. In the van, Russell fucking kills us. Start of the quarantine zone only kills me if I start from that chapter. For full transparency, I will be editing the code as I get to these sections to not kill me. And now, for real this time, let us begin. This chapter has no combat, so it's your standard affair. Wake the kitty, harass the pigeons, Skype call Eli, draw cuck. Feed the goober, skip the dialogue with Olga by ignoring her and going for the beer like the alcoholic you are, because you live in Eastern Europe and every day is a grey, dull hell. See the cat lady with 5 cats and watch Eli get murked. I don't know him. I woke up in the candy van and then Russell fucking rammed it with a drone. I took his JBL headphones, played with a long boy.
Okay, we gotta do the slimesicle rat bit. Slimesicle rat bit. Long rat.
And followed the Amazon delivery drone.
And honestly, it does make sense. Like most people didn't notice that these aren't good-looking windows.
After Russell's UAV is destroyed by a tripod wannabe, I enter his hideout.
Oh, lag. Garbage. Oh, you're calling me garbage? Fuck you, Russell.
I take the Russells and leave to grab a vital character for the rest of the run. Noam Chomsky. That's right, I am taking this fucker with me, because why not? I'm already torturing myself, might as well make it even worse. And it will get even worse. It is at this point I get my first gun. I'm using a replacement for this gun. The Gunman Contracts pistol replacement, which replaces the 1911 with a 2011. Amazing. This turned out to be a huge mistake. The gun has 2 major issues. 1. The mags don't glow in the dark, nor do they show you the amount of ammo you have left in them. This in and of itself is fine, if mildly annoying. I'll simply have to look harder for pistol ammo and manage it better. 2. The flashlight doesn't align with the barrel.
Flashlight is misaligned.
This makes any dark sections of the game fucked. This means that whenever I have to use the flashlight, I cannot two-hand the gun, which makes shooting a little bit difficult. Had I known about it sooner, I would have restarted the run. Unaware of the second issue, I pressed on and entered. After sending the gnome to scout ahead, I enter the dark, dank tunnels below. They kind of remind me of your basement. I hack a secure door. I then test the mod to see if it works.
Right, so I can demonstrate that the mod is working here. If we look at my health bar. Right, if we walk into its tongue, insta-kill.
And it does. After thanking the barnacles for their service, I press on to meet back up with the gnome. After meeting up, I yeet him ahead again. Noticing Valve's blatant reuse of old assets,
This is a Half-Life 2 model. Literally unmodified. Same texture and everything. What the hell?
I proceed to open the hatch to the quarantine zone. As I enter, I reunite with the gnome and press forward, and enter the QZ. After getting HIV from a used needle I found on the ground,
Alyx, did you just inject yourself with something you found on the ground?
I feel great.
I then reach the first Combine Fabricator. These are important as they allow me to spend my sweet
Succulent.
resin on weapon upgrades. I skipped this one, however, because my broke ass couldn't afford shit. There were 4 upgrades I wanted for the run. Laser pointers for the pistol and SMG, the extended mag for the SMG, and the grenade launcher for the shotgun. I injected myself with a used needle again. For the last time in the whole game, I heal. Due to the mod I made, I will never fall below maximum HP. If I do, well, I've taken damage, so I die. I then realized I almost lost the gnome.
Where'd I leave Chomsky? Hold on. Where's the gnome? Where's the gnome? There he is.
Remember this.
You scared me.
It will be important. After using the gnome as the stress relieving tool, I pressed forth and met the first head crab of the run. Sorry, Nerd Fuel, I am not sparing them. Moving on, I saw some zany Vortigaunt shenanigans.
Zany Vortigaunt shenanigans.
Hit a sick trick shot. And solved a perspective puzzle made by a lonely Vortigaunt. And entered deeper into the sewers.
God, I love this corridor. This is my favorite little piece of architecture, favorite small little place in any video game ever. This is fucking gorgeous. Don't care about you. This right here. Like, that's stunning.
After entering Linguini's soup kitchen full of questionable ingredients,
Mind explaining the skull? No, get back. Explain this. Fuck it.
he treated me to some exposition. I was thinking about quantum superpositions and my father being dead. I don't know, I wasn't paying attention.
You will not save him. He is dead.
He gave me some parting words,
Look to the northern south.
a packed lunch,
Sustenance.
and sent me on my way. At this point, I
Ladies
still
first.
have Chomsky. For now. Just after leaving Linguini's soup kitchen, I met the armored headcrab for the first time.
Wonder where the armored headcrabs came from.
After quickly dispatching all 4 of them, I found the second gun of the run, the shotgun. This gun is powerful but slow and limited in range. Once I acquired the Hand of God himself, I loaded it in preparation of the zombies in my walls.
Protect me, Chomsky.
At this point, the game is starting to get much harder. I will start meeting more dangerous foes, and the firepower I am expected to have is much higher. Moving forward, tragedy struck. You see, I am not a Deadeye shot. I don't have superhuman reflexes or perfect hand-eye coordination. I'm only human, after all. So here, I died for the first time in this run.
That's so low.
The head crab jumped at me mid-reload and I walked right into his loving embrace. Can we get an F in the chat, lads? In fact, I died in this section not once, but twice. I'm such a pro at this game. If you think these deaths are pathetic, don't worry, it only gets worse. Moving on, without the gnome for now, I found a flashlight on a hangman's corpse. Finders keepers. I was punished for my grave robbing by being introduced to the most unnerving enemy for arachnophobes, the poison head crab. And I am an arachnophobe. Nothing but a buckshot can't fix. Leaving the dark depths, I got attacked by head crabs again and reunited with the gnome. After moving through more dark tunnels, I met some zombies. And died. That's right, I blew myself up. Swiftly dispatching the rest of my foes, I headed deeper into the tunnels. Crouching past a plank nailed to a door frame for some reason, I passed the first of many Combine soldiers on my journey. This one dead, and shortly after, my first manhack.
Keep an eye out. Something
Manhacks.
Alyx, manhack, watch out.
Fuck manhacks. I dispatched it rather quickly, but this one was alone, so I would not be so lucky later on. Moving past the corridor that makes VR newbies go, whoa, I encountered more manhacks. And fucking died.
Save again. Jesus. I can tell.
I lost a gnome for a second, and after finding him, I moved along. I witnessed a zombie materialize and rewarded his research on macro-scale quantum tunneling with buckshot. Anywho, after wasting the ammo, I cleared out the rest of the pests in the area and encountered more manhacks. This time behind a Half-Life 2 fence prop. I passed some fuel tanks? I don't know what these are, to be honest. I'm not an industrial engineer. I then proceeded to blow myself up.
I wonder, can I? In any way.
No, you know, for science. I navigated the explosive-laden basement. Why are there explosives here anyway? Chomsky got eated, Valve got stuck, the usual.
Although that's a flat texture in Steam VR. Did you hear it's like fully modeled? No, don't ever say that term in reference to Half-Life. Never mentioned fully modeled in the Half-Life community.
Found another Combine fabricator and sent Chomsky to diplomatically discuss letting me through and releasing Eli. However, when I went down after buying the first upgrade of the run, the laser sight, diplomatic relations had broken down and the Combine soldier I met shot at me on sight. And I died.
Oh, look at that, dude.
Alyx, you still there?
Literally a single bullet and you're dead. This is where the challenge really begins.
Get used to this. This will be a pattern. I bought the upgrade again and sent the gnome down again, and this time I smoked the fucker. I soon got to the train yard, the first big fight in the game. This one was rough. In this fight, I died.
Oh, fuck.
Twice. And that was in the first area. There was more. After finishing that mess of a fight, I could finally do what I came to the quarantine zone to do. I reassembled the console, pulled the lever. Fuck. This is scripted, of course, so I can just grab the lever outside. Because pulling a lever and watching a train crash around you instead of in front of you is cool, especially in VR. Valve knows how to make cutscenes, which is funny since they are praised for a lack of cutscenes.
What the hell are those?
I don't know. But we need to find Dad.
Yeah, no, I know. I've just never seen those before.
There are magic aliens that can heal people from the brink of death, that can communicate across space-time, and you're confused about a slug.
Finally, I reached Eli. And he fucking died. Psych! Linguini is back for seconds. He saves Eli with the power of green. Eli told me of a superweapon and fucked off with Linguini, and I fucked off to the next chapter. This chapter started with me in a train tunnel. Not surprising considering that 5 seconds ago I fucked up a train, so I'm not that far from other train infrastructure. It's also in this chapter that I started having performance issues that would persist for the whole game. Seriously, massive frame drops regularly. After finding a yellow keycard, I went up an elevator and for the first time saw the vault. My goal. In there is the Combine Superweapon. I then reunited with the gnome and encountered grenades for the first time. These are fun. Click and throw, as simple as they come in VR games. After blowing up some zombies and a vent, and only killing myself once in the process,
Fuck.
I found a fabricator. I bought a bullet reservoir for my pistol. This meant less reloading and more shooting. Very good. This is also where I encountered the first charger.
Oh, these guys are gonna be annoying.
Soon after, I committed a sin. Not just any sin, however. One of the 7 deadly sins. Greed. You see, behind this door, there was loot. And
what's
I,
actually
being
in
the
there?
loot goblin I am, wanted the loot.
I want it.
So I started hacking. But see, Valve are smart. And more importantly, are trolls. If you're not careful here, you can accidentally set off an alarm that alerts a charger. I, of course, set off the alarm and alerted the charger. And died. After being careful not to alert him, I got in. And was rewarded with resin and buckshot. Thanks, Valve. Moving on, I got to a large room. And in the room, there were Combine soldiers. And I killed them. You thought I died, didn't you? You have no faith in me. You don't believe in me, do you? That's fair, but still, fuck you, because I actually died in the next fight.
What the fuck?
I moved on and gazed to the Northern Star. This hotel is, believe it or not, the first step to knocking the giant city block-sized building out of the sky. And it's also what Linguini told me to look for. Notice how the chapters are getting fairly long now? Yeah, the combat is more interesting against the Combine. I can mostly skip the fights with zombies and headcrabs as they're uninteresting, unless I die. Combine, however, they're very dynamic, they move around a lot, they have ranged weapons and a lot of health. So it sure is a good thing I'm in a chapter with none of that. In this chapter, instead of Combine soldiers, I fight lightning headcrab dog things. Yeah, this chapter's boring. In the bar, I kill some zombies, I watch a zombie eat shit in an elevator, I drop Chomsky in a hole, redo the last 3 points, Sans dropping the gnome, I explore some overgrown rooms that reek of a rotting animal mixed with ammonia, and had the game crash. The usual Polish Tuesday. I then fought a lightning dog thing. Not too interesting yet, since it's the first one, so I'm gonna skip it. It's also at this point that tragedy struck. I forgot to pick up the gnome. It slipped my mind, and now he is gone forever. Can I get an F in the chat, boys? I got to a large room, killed another dog, please don't euthanize me, PETA, and stole its heart to power a lift. After going up, I find another combine fabricator, but I don't buy anything because I only want the grenade launcher, and my broke ass can't afford that yet. Killed more zombies and head crabs, went through more rooms. Frankly, this was boring.
Chill.
After scaling the facade of a building and shaming a zombie for his lack of hygiene,
Go back. I know you didn't wash your hands. I didn't hear the sink.
I found the room. You know the one, swarming with head crabs. Honestly, not much happened here. I found the SMG, turned off the power, and moved on. I died twice here. Once to a barnacle, or maybe a poison head crab. Don't know, don't care. And once to a poison head crab. Honestly, the Northern Star is a bit of a slog. That's why I skipped most of it so far. There was one more fight with some dogs, killed them, did the puzzles again. Not much happened.
Enter one guy.
I died once.
Oh.
After all that time in the hotel, I finally reached my destination. The Combine tower just sort of jammed into the side of the building. Pulled the lever, shot some red things, pulled another lever, and freed one of Linguini's friends, Psychic Cyrus.
Good homie.
Cyrus somehow knows we want to get to the vault and decides to help us. Cheers, mate. He decides that I need to just make my way to the vault. Meanwhile, he will free more vorts and take out the other substations. I, having no free will of course, agree and head down the elevator. Once I leave the elevator, I am greeted by some soldiers. I decide to shoot them through the market stall things in the courtyard because it makes me hard to hit and I can still shoot through it. This strategy worked really well, and I'd employ similar strategies throughout the rest of the playthrough, finding a thing to shoot through that gives me solid body cover. Moving forward and off the beaten path, I found a fabricator. And died. Yeah, this death wasn't glamorous. I got electrocuted. Big whoop.
Still. And okay.
Other than that, I finally got another vital upgrade. The grenade launcher. This magical upgrade takes an already powerful close-range weapon and makes it a powerful long-range weapon. I can take a single timer-based grenade and turn it into a fast impact grenade. Moving back onto the beaten path, I found some test subjects for the launcher. Results were mixed. It did a lot of damage, but not enough to kill a grunt on direct impact. Maybe I got unlucky. Either way, damage is damage, and this does a lot.
That's way too fun.
3 left.
It's also in this commie block where physics started to deteriorate more. First I saw floating toilet paper.
Okay.
Then a laser that stops midair. Interesting stuff. Jumping into the next building over, I almost died to a head crab. Encountered more soldiers. I died to them once.
Oh fuck.
On my second attempt, I killed both of them pretty fast. It was rather uneventful. At the start of this chapter, I encountered the most dangerous enemy in the run, the Suppressor. After giving him a taste of 9mm, I pursued him into a room full of bottles. Hit him with a nice grenade to the ankle and finish him off with more 9mm. On their own, these guys aren't that tough, but in a squad, they keep the pressure on you. After some precarious platforming, I got a nice reminder that barnacles exist. I barely survived my encounter with this one.
You have a moment to react to barnacles, luckily.
I watched the zombie do some acrobatics, cleared out a room full of zombies, and made my way out of the building into a large combat area.
Won't be needing pistol mags where we're going, boys.
After killing all of the Combine in the area and plundering the place for its juicy bits, I found more soldiers.
Same time, it's so smooth.
Killing them was fairly quick, so after doing that, I moved on and watched the zombie decide he's had enough and kill himself. Deeper in the building, I found myself in a room full of high explosive ordnance and died. Yeah, I didn't die for quite a while there, but I died. After making my way through, I got back on the street and reached the distillery yard. A new combat encounter. And I died.
Oh my god, he rushed me.
Twice. After dispatching my foes, I caught Russell in a lie.
Russell doesn't like vodka. Got it.
Well, I never did that.
But it's not good?
It's poison,
But
but I love it. Everyone loves it.
Vodka sucks. Don't drink it, kids. Especially kids. And found a Combine fabricator. For now, it remains unpowered. While leaving this shed, Russell showed me his drone. He got it back up and flying and decided its best use is to give me a heart attack.
Jesus fucking Christ, Russell.
Karma's a bitch though, because his drone immediately got shot down. I don't think he's getting it back together again. I was then forced to avenge his Amazon delivery robot. After doing that, I had some technical difficulties.
I pulled my cable out. How did I get down here?
Amazing. I restored power to the area and got rewarded with more combat. And died.
Oh, fuck, I did not teleport far enough. Oh, I shot the grenade on his chest.
After killing them all, I restored power to the area and bought a laser sight for my SMG and gained access to the distillery. This chapter is unaffected by the no damage rules. It is here, however, that I finally realized what I had done, or rather not done.
Oh, no. I forgot about the gnome. I ain't going back.
Fuck it.
I ain't going back.
I had forgotten to take the gnome. Now I know the gnome was a vital part of the run, so I'll make you a deal. Get this video to 5,000 likes and I'll do a run where I take the gnome to the end. I never ask for likes, so if you manage to get me there, I'll make it happen. Though let's be honest, I've never gotten more than 400 likes, so this will not happen. Hell, this video will only probably get 1,000 views at most. Now, because I know there will be people who haven't played the game yet watching, I will not be showing this chapter. I know not everyone has VR or wants to buy Half-Life Alyx, but trust me, for this chapter alone, it's worth it. Since this chapter is unaffected by the no-hit rules, I'm skipping it entirely. At the very start of this chapter, I found a Combine Fabricator and bought an extended magazine for the SMG. At this point, I have every upgrade I need, and now it's a straight shot to the vault. Well, not straight. This part of the city is ravaged by antlions. Entering a zoo, I cosplayed an American cop and fought the first antlions.
Oh, shit. Oh my god, I'm a terrible shot.
This fight was
At
a
least in
nice
my
change
mind.
of pace, for now. I entered a large
Probably wasn't too
overgrown
difficult
room
for
and
Valve to
fought
add.
off all of Left 4 Dead 2. Seriously, this place was infested. I encountered a soldier in the first three-way fight. These are quite common in the last chapters. I died to a manhack here. Otherwise, it was like the last fight, but I killed the dude in the tower first. After moving deeper into the zoo again, I fought an antlion in close quarters and reached another combat room. After solving the puzzle here, I braced for combat. I died here once, but frankly this death was bullshit. He wasn't even aiming at me. This was some hunted level bullet curving. I killed the two of them and moved on. Climbing out of the sewer I found myself in, I found myself right below the vault. This building-sized hunk of metal levitating effortlessly in midair was a sight to behold. And this site was about to fall.
Forge just took down the last substation.
Oh, let me see. Eli, the boss just took down the last substation. Brace yourself, Alyx. It's gonna come down.
Except it didn't fall. The Combine have a failsafe setup, and that's my target. The first fight of this chapter was rough. I died 3 times here. After having a revelation about what is in the vault, I had to fight more Combine soldiers. I died here once. It is at this point that my game started to break down. The textures were loading in shit quality for some reason. Honestly, the footage looks so bad in certain places for this video that I considered redoing the whole game. Then I remembered I'd have to redo the whole game. I found some kinky antlions.
What do you think they're doing in here?
Looks like they're milking the leggies.
And then found
Oh, that's
myself in a
interesting.
deep pit. In this pit, I encountered the spitter for the first time. After the first one got away, I killed the second and third one. After that, I killed myself with a bulging plant. Very nice. Once I got out of the pit, I encountered 2 grunts dumping some waste in the pit. And died. On my second attempt, I blew him up and then finished the job with the SMG. After climbing ever higher, I shot at some antlions through the windows and entered the building they were in. I diffused the explosives below and found some zombies. And one of these zombies killed me. Turns out a barrel going 30 kilometers per hour at your shins isn't very safe. Who knew? After killing the zombies and moving on, I found a combine fabricator. I bought the autoloader for the shotgun. This upgrade isn't amazing, but it does help with reloading faster, so I guess it's worth it if I have nothing else to buy, which was the case. After that, I reached a new combat area, and this one was fucked. This arena has a swarm of antlions more numerous than pedophiles on Twitter, and on top of that, there were combine soldiers above me raining down hot plasma. I died 9 times here. Have a death montage.
Shit. Oh, shit.
The strat that ended up working was, believe it or not, teleporting as fast as possible to the end, then running around like a drunk pole, shooting all the antlions behind me. Because the Combine are stuck in raised up areas, they couldn't come down, and I just so happened to have cover here.
We did it. Holy shit, we did it.
After the end of the last fight, I entered a drainage system of some description. Of course, the place had some zombies inside, which I promptly killed.
Oh, bro's alive.
Magic!
Where'd he go?
While trying to solve the puzzle in a big room, I died. No excuse for this death, simply a skill issue on my part. I figured out the puzzle, killed the zombie that killed me, and got pinned by 2 spitters.
It's a good thing I went down here.
After, frankly, way too long, I finally killed them and checked out a not-so-secret room. After exploring it a bit, I found the last fabricator. I didn't need anything from it, so I didn't even power it on. I just climbed to the top of the chamber, then the exit ladder. After climbing out, I reached another combat encounter. This one wasn't hard, I just suck. I died 10 times here. Death montage.
Oh!
You thought it's over? I wish. There's more here. Once I went further ahead, more Combine spawned. I died 2 more times to these guys. Moving past that, I reached the tower. The final stretch begins. I died twice from manhacks at the base of the tower, so that's a good start.
Ho, 向かってくるのか。
近づかなきゃてめえをぶちのめせないんでな。
Where did you come from? I died to another manhack after climbing 1 level. Shot a suppressor in the balls a bunch. I died to a grunt twice. That's the previous level. First time was because I thought I was in cover. Oh! The second was a skill issue. Climbing ever higher, I encountered an ordinal too, and he was no match for impact grenades flying at high velocity. Then I got to this corridor. This fucking corridor. I got so close to giving up at this point. I know, pathetic, a month of effort and I was going to throw it away because a flying frisbee kept bumping into me. But there was one thing that saved me. If anything, I'm fucking stubborn. I died here not once, not twice, but 6 fucking times. These deaths stung. They didn't sting because I was so close to the end and I just wanted to finish. They didn't sting because I was tired. They didn't sting because I was frustrated by this last area. No. These deaths stung because I despise manhacks. After killing them and the charger they were accompanying, I finally got to the console that controls the vault and dropped that bitch on the ground.
Happy New Year!
Moving through the carnage left behind, I picked off the survivors of the crash and eventually saw a soldier kicking a strider. Luckily, this thing was dead, right? It wasn't. The fucker woke up and started shooting me. Now here is where AMD decided to do some trolling. See, I never have issues with my GPU. It's a brand new RX 7600 from MSI. Really nice card. I actually bought it so I could make videos better. Totally not because Into the Radius was lagging. Anyway, at this moment, it decided it doesn't like rendering things. So the graphics driver crashed. Because of this, my recording stopped and my game crashed. So after that disaster, I pressed on.
Shit.
With the Strider awake and firing, this would be challenging, right? I mean, this creature's 12 meters tall, has a built-in minigun and warp cannon. It's impervious to small arms fire, and it is pissed at me. The elevator raised me up. I dashed past it into a small room. As the creature ravaged my surroundings, I found a safe space from it, but not the Combine. Soldiers bore down on me. Now here is where Meta decided to do some trolling. My left controller suddenly decided it really likes going back and to the right. So as I was forced to go back and to the right, I died. Then I had a skill issue. I had a whole car park to clear of Combine, so I got to work. After dealing with them, I moved forth, towards a weapon that would let me kill the Strider. Quickly mounting the gun, I rapidly reduced the beast to atoms.
Oh, we did it.
And finally, I could enter the vault. Now this is where AMD decided to do some trolling. For some reason, and I have no idea why, entering the vault reduced my FPS to about 2.
Stealing my hat.
An awful lot of interference. I might not be able to talk to you in there.
It's not just throwing a lot of interference, it's throwing a lot of fucking lag. Oh my god. This is not fun.
So it took a solid 2 minutes to enter the vault. It has never lagged this much in this part. I tried it afterwards and it ran fine, so I guess the game didn't like my shenanigans. However, I still have a job to do. This is the last chapter of the game. I had done it. I reached the vault. There is still, however, the matter of 2 last combat encounters. See, when you enter the vault, your weapons are stripped of you. All you have is your gravity gloves and some green energy. No, not that green energy. This green energy. And what does this energy allow you to do?
Rip and tear until it is done.
This brings me to one last combat encounter. One fight, and once I beat it, I will have proven that you can indeed beat Half-Life Alyx without taking damage. Or maybe not. Maybe the last fight is so challenging, so difficult, so hard that I can't do it. Maybe I'm too weak. Sometimes you may feel this way in life. That you're weak, that you're worthless, that you're a failure. If you can hear me, and you feel this way, heed my words. Existence doesn't provide us with purpose. It doesn't provide goals, nor does it provide you a path to reaching what you want. You must set your own goals and strive hard to achieve them. My goal may have been simple, but through perseverance, persistence, patience, and hard work, I reached mine. Though it was simple, there was struggle, there was hardship, and there was challenge. Whatever your goals may be, if you work hard, persevere, and fight to achieve them, you will. And with those exact tools, I fought and finished the last fight. I finished the game, and I finished the challenge. With sheer force of will, I took this 4-year-old video game in a dead franchise, and I achieved my goal. I beat Half-Life Alyx without taking damage. And as I stood there, triumphant, and took the crowbar out of Eli's hands, all I could think was, damn, I wish I took that gnome. This video has been the largest undertaking in my channel's history. It took a whole 2 months to make. If it does well, I'll make more. So hit like, subscribe, maybe join the Discord to tell me how I'm a dumbass for even attempting this. Thank you Ritsuka and Furry2 from the Source 2 Modding Discord. This would not have been possible without you, even though you didn't even know I was doing this. And thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll see you around again. Have a good one.